What's up, everyone? Another way back, more Dyson Sphere Program, episode 47. And I know I said we were going to end up on the SMEALTS planet when I turned this episode on, but if you've watched my Factorio or seasons, you know there's always maintenance to do, so that's what we're doing today. We're doing a little bit of. This needs to be an interstellar port, not a planetary one, because we're going to be sending these off planet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set something up over here and move those over, and then, because I can't pick all those up, so we're just going to set up another port here, just to move everything over, and then we'll just replace it. So first, I'm going to turn everything off. Let's get rid of these two things. Let's turn that off. Let's also make this supply so that it stops requesting those things. It's going to bring some in anyway. Totally fine. I don't care about that. But what I want to do is get this routed out of here so that we can empty it out, and then we can move that stuff. So we're going to move out these powered ones right here. I don't think we really need to care about the unpowered ones. We really just need to power these. Now we're gonna have to tell this thing, give me those, or it won't take them in. So there we go. Just give it a second. It's draining out pretty fast. There's another thing we need to do over in the organic section very fast, and I'm also probably going to pick up a little bit more power because I think probably our mech needs it. Yeah, look, we also need to pick up some more power. But we're going to turn off X-ray cracking because we don't need more hydrogen, and that's really all X-ray cracking does, is give you more hydrogen. It gives you graphite as well, but we can make graphite. We're already making it out of the coal, so we don't need that. So we're just going to turn that off because it just consumes our processed or refined oil, right? There's no point. So this guy should be just about done. Yeah, he's almost done. Then I'll just be able to pick this guy up and we can slap down an interstellar and be done with it. Now, I already recorded this video 5 minutes in because I put the interstellar port near here. Then I wanted to move it back. I was like, okay, I don't want to do all that work. That seems ridiculous. Reset everything up and stuff. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but that's okay. Let's kill this guy. Lack of space. Probably because I just picked up... Why? Oh, because there's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, duh. So let's fix this up. Let's get the interstellar one in there so that we don't have to change our system. It's really what I don't want to do. I think we had it across the line. Let's put it in grid, on grid. There we go. And I think it's actually going to be powered as well. Yep, it's also powered, so perfect. So first we're going to say we want non-powered accumulators. We want 200 of those. Okay. We want to locally demand them. But we're going to locally demand those as well. We're not remote supplying them. We're going to also remote demand, so when they empty out on Gen 2, they're going to send them back. It's going to say, hey, I want those. So actually, when that happens, we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do, if we're going to make any more of these guys, and how we're going to do that. I'm not sure if there's prioritization with different ports. Now we're going to say, hey, we want these guys too. We want 2,000 of them. We're going to be the local supplier and the remote supplier of these, and that's a little bit higher than I wanted. I wanted exactly 2,000, not that it matters that much. Let's give this guy... Did we get the ships, or did they just get deleted? I think they just... No, we got 9 of them, right? Let's give this guy some local ships here. 10 should do it, so that he can go get some. And then we're going to give him 10 of these ships. Well, he's not demanding. He's supplying, so I'm not going to give him ships for interstellar. But let's get this back in. We probably should have been doing that before. There's only one thing to do. It's this guy. Cool. I don't care where you put this. There we go. Just get those guys in right now. Let's reset this while we're just chilling. So, blocked port, probably because this happened on the previous one too. See, it's actually right there. It's actually already hooked up, so we got to figure out how are we going to get in there really close. There we go. And just, there we go. Put it right back in, and then out and that way. Oop. There we go. Nope, still not done. There. Alright, so those guys are set up again. Let's set this up as well. This is going to be out, right? Oop, nope, this. Conveyor belt out, and we're going to say non-charged out. Man, those things are like serious about this stuff. And then it doesn't matter what we do on the way in, right? There we go. And then return them. This guy should be just about empty. Yep, he's now empty. Pick him up. Pick all the belts up. We're done. Cool. Okay, so this guy's all set up again. Let's get out of here. That took way too long. We need to go down to organics, which I believe is over here. Probably this. Yeah. Because here are our oil wells. Say that 9 times fast. So we should be doing a lot better over here. It looks like no, that's okay. That's titanium. Oh man, I'm so glad we remembered to do this. That's probably good right there. We're good on everything else. Probably the processors we could dump, but we'll just leave them for now. All right, so we're gonna turn off this dude. So how are we gonna do that? We don't want to, because we're already getting hydrogen from here. It's already stopped. Is that because it's side loading? That would be so cool. Oh. It stops itself. Very cool. So it's stopping itself because we're side loading into the tank. I didn't know that it did that. That's cool. We don't have to do anything. So this thing is completely shut down, which means plastic should be almost... Man, maybe we should stop plastic to let sulfuric acid run a little bit more. Yeah, because we don't need... It's probably fine. I think it's probably fine. Let's just leave it. So that's neat. I'm glad that's happening. Now we can just go to Genum 2. Let's just go to Smelt Planet. I think we have everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. We also have some of those. Let's just... I don't know if I want to delete them. Let's put them over here. Is this where they go? Yep. Let's drop these in there. We don't need those. But they're also very valuable. Alright, I think we're good. We're burning energy right now as we speak. Let's go to Genum 2. And Smelt Planet. Which I think should be this way. Okay. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Alright, let's look at the map. See where we're going here. Well, we're going to Genum 3, that's for sure. Genum 2 is to our... Is over this way? Yep, there's Genum 2. Okay, sweet. So we're going to go over to Genum 2 and start setting up the power and start setting up where we're going to put the start of Smelt Planet. I think the first thing we're going to start working on is probably iron. Well, really we have 3 production lines, right? We have iron, steel, and titanium, and then what's the other one? Titanium alloy. So there's 4 that work together, right? Iron and titanium work with steel and titanium alloy. So those are the things we should probably work on immediately. Let's increase our sail speed. We're basically not moving. We also need to turn on some science. I forgot to write that down. So we'll do that right when we get to Genum 2 here. We're going to find the equator and start building. I wish I would have installed a mod that shows me the equator, because really that'd be really nice. So the equator, I'm just kind of using the mini-map down here. South and west. It's not really telling me. Is it when these... Yeah, that's not really helping. Tropical zone. I mean, I'm kind of guessing. I can't remember what the... Oh, it's 0. 0 over here is when you're at the equator. So let's put the build grid on so I can see what I'm doing here. Because the equator has the largest gap before you switch lines again, right? Or you switch grid lines. So you kind of want to run right on the equator. And I'm going to mark it when I get here. So that is the equator. That's the equator line right there. Let's mark it with some belt just to make sure I remember where it is. So let's do that. And then let's see where we're at, because we're going to be mining here, right? I wanted to mine iron here. Do we have iron? Not much. We're going to be trucking it in, most likely. We do have titanium. That's good. We have stone. That's good. We almost have no coal. Wind energy is really good on this planet, so we'll probably drop a ton of those wind turbines. They're going to give us 450 kilowatts apiece. We only have a little bit of iron, and it's over here. We should probably start there. And it looks like it's in the southern hemisphere. Perfect. We can just mine down and move it up and start doing some of our smelt operation on the top, on the upper part of that, right? So let's go here. This is the equator. Again, I don't know. So when we go in build mode, it's going to reset us. So let's go find that. Let's go find that vein of iron. We're going to tap into it immediately. Eventually, we're going to be moving iron ore here, as we've been talking about. But it's going to require a lot of power to do that, so I kind of don't want to start with doing that. I mean, if we got it on planet, we might as well use it, right? So let's make a line right there that's just telling us where the equator is until I get that mod. Let's mine the crap out of this. We're going to set up also, we're also going to set up a titanium mine. We're going to need a lot of wind power to start with because we're not going to have anything going in the beginning. So I'll start with the wind power too once this is done. But let's get a bunch of miners on here. Let's try to get as many veins as possible so we can get this coming in really, really quickly. So we're going to try to really maximize our vein coverage here. Ooh, yeah, that's a nice one right there. Probably could have gone a little bit even harder on that. These are tight packs, so that's good for us. There we go. This is going to be awesome. Nope. Okay, one more around, because I think we can get a lot more than that. Well, I think we hit it. There we go. So, let's see. Where's our line? Right there. So that means our SMEALT operation is going to be up here. Let's turn the grid line back on. So I think we need... Let's look at what we need over here. If we are going to use, eventually, if we're going to use a solar setup, right, we would need stuff to be right here. And I think most people do something like this and then accumulators. That's what I've seen. I mean, I haven't really looked very closely about it, but I've seen the accumulator setups be like this. So this is unpowered accumulator. We don't have any of those on us, which I don't need them anyway. Really what we want is powered ones, which we're going to have to set up, and we're going to request that right now. So because we were going to do that originally, why don't we set that up inside of our ring? Or should we do it just outside of our ring? Maybe we should have our power ring and then our interstellar ring on both sides that gives us a lot of extra space, and then our smelts, right? So our SMEALTS. So let's think about our power. We want to do it on the other side of this. I don't exactly know where yet. It doesn't really matter. We can always move this stuff around. Let's put it right on that. Well, not right on the line because we might have to put some stuff there. Let's put it right there. That'll be our first one. Then let's do some wind power to connect all this stuff. Something like this, and that's let's move this out a tiny bit so we can hopefully do this. There we go, and power it. Let's also move this down here because we're going to want to power these guys. But we need to get some of those accumulators running first. Why is this off? Oh, because it's not doing anything. I thought it's powering this guy. It is, but very, very, very slowly. Like, he is charging extremely slowly. We should have probably brought some of those full accumulators with us. That's probably what we should have done. Let's get these guys moving. Well, let's not do that. Let's just put up a bunch of wind turbines. Let's just blanket this area with wind turbines. And then we can at least get some power going on this planet. You know what we could do is set up a lot of our solar as well. Just start setting that ring up, even though we're going to use probably something else. So there's a bunch of solar, still not enough because that guy's charging. I'm sorry, wind turbines. Let's set up more solar just for now. We can always take this apart later. This should help a ton. We have 5 rows. We'll do 5 rows of 10. So actually, if we just do it like this, it will max out itself. If we do it like that. So let's get these guys going, and we can get some kind of power going on. And then on the other side of this, I'm going to use our accumulator setup. The one where we're discharging the accumulators to see if that'll work for us. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do 50. 8, 9, oops, 10. And I'm not sure how much production that's going to give us, or wattage. I'm sorry, megajoules or whatever it is. But it should be, because remember, it's different on every planet. At the 100%, I think it was 12.5 or 15 or something like that. It depends on utilization. Intensity 115, that's not insanely great. But that's a good amount of power for us to start with. It's 30 megawatts. So actually, we're not even fully satisfied. That's because this guy is just sucking up the juice. So we're gonna tell this guy, we want these dudes, and we want... I think we're going to want 1,000 of these. Well, first let's get 400. It depends on how long it takes to make a trip. We're going to say 400. Let's give these guys 10 ships to get started with. He's going to remote demand and be local supply. So they're going to go and be back in a second, and we'll have those dudes ready for us. So let's get rid of this. And I'm just going to plop down this guy. I'm going to plop down a couple of these, probably right in the center. Well, actually, we have 2 rows, right? We could probably do 2 of these. So let's see if we can fit 2 of these guys into our power area here. Maybe if we do them right on the line, we can do them like that, possibly. Collide with what object? Well, let's move them up. Let's move them to here. Let's see if I can get 2 in here. I can. That's so sweet. Okay, great. And then, how close can I get this? Like that. We're going to want splitters, probably. How are we going to do that? I think you can move them right through. But we're also going to have to return, right? We're going to have a return belt. So where are we going to do with the return belt? Maybe the input can be on the inside and the return belt's on the outside, maybe. So why don't we do this? Let's look at splitting. We're going to split this guy in the middle. We don't even know where those go. So why don't we plop them down again? I haven't worked on this. I really should have probably done this off camera a little bit. But it is what it is. Wait, that's power. I'm not seeing them. Where were these? Transport? Oh, okay. These are considered transport. Let's put these back down so we at least know where the belts go. Okay. Now we know where to split, which obviously would be right on the line here. Which means on the way back, we're going to have to go up and over this to get a splitter in here. So we're going to split these here. Actually, let's move over a little bit. And then these we're going to split up here. Because I think we're going to have to go over. Right? We're going to have to receive from this side too. Let's just put 2 splitters like this. And then we're going to receive. It doesn't tell you which way it's going. Okay. So we'll do this. We're going to go out. Right? Like that. And we're going to have to, okay, and we'll go over. Nope, that's going to be right in the way. So we're going to have to go over this. Because that guy's on the ground. Another way we can do this is like this, though. Hold on. We could do it like this. We can do it like this, right? So we'll go up above for this, just to connect. Like that. That was incorrect. That's not the way I had this guy set up anyway. I don't know why it keeps messing around. That has to be higher too. So this one is the reverse, actually. That was correct. See, we need to do... When you're going to have 2 of these on here. Maybe we should do these on the inside. Well, we're going to have the same problem then. These are hard to work with. Let's just put it that way. Either way, I'm going to have to go up and over a couple of times, and that's kind of annoying. Actually, won't we want some to come in on this side and some to come in on this side? We don't want these too close. Why don't we do it like this, and that guy can go in the side right there. Right? So we'd want this and this. Actually, we'd want it... I would think we would want it like that, so we can route it back to the other side. Yep. And then with this guy, we want the same thing. We're going to do that because we're going to capture from this other side. And then we can just route that down into here. So let's move this. We don't want that. Let's go like this instead. All right, sweet. Now, we don't need that. Now, this is easy for now anyway. We're going to have to change this a little bit later, but that's totally fine. Let's do it like this. Out, right? Port occupied. Why does it keep saying port occupied all the time? So those guys are back. That's good. We're not going to have to deal with the outbound. So let's do it like this. To here, straight into here. And then this side is going to run this direction. Like this. Nope, stop doing it. I guess we'll just have to go one by one. Let's get really close so we can access this grid line. We're going to have to put a splitter right there. Can we even put a splitter right there? That's a good question. Oh, we can. Okay, so let's do that. And then we're going to go like that, and we're going to go like that. And these guys are going to be set to discharge. Discharge. Okay? So that's going to give power to our system. Right now, it doesn't have any. I thought this was connected. Apparently, it's not. Nope. I want you to connect right there. There we go. And it's discharging. Not really sure what it's powering up. Oh, it's powering that guy. So let's set this guy up as well. He should be discharging. He doesn't... Does he have any? Yes, he does. So those... Current power... 5 megawatts. I'm surprised that it's not higher. Oh, because it can go higher, but it is not necessary. So that means this guy is going to come out. We're going to remove dudes out of this direction. And that's going to be too close to place a belt, I think, but we'll try it. Let's try placing this belt first. Okay, cool. We can place that belt because that's going to be the return line. Like that. And this guy's going to supply these things, so they'll fly back, and we won't have a lot of extra laying around. And then we'll take this and just go straight down. Like this. And then in. There we go. That should give us the accumulators that are left over. So these guys are unpowered accumulators. Now, what we're going to do is, I kind of want to save up a few of those, so let me get like 10. No, really, let me get 10. Can I pull some of those out of there? There we go. I want all of them. Give them to me. How come I can't pick these up? Okay. 8. I don't know why it's only letting me do... Okay, that's fine. We're going to say these are remote supply. So they should be able to send them back. I don't know if anybody's trying to get them right now, so we'll have to set that up later. So we've got power. And it's not draining out too fast, which is perfect. So we're going to set the other array up on this side when we start moving along with our SMEALTS. So I think we're good to go. I think I like what I see, and we're good. And the other one's going to come in on this side, so I think we're totally fine right here. Cool. We've got plenty of these, and they don't really run out too quickly. I think, actually, for now at least, it's going to be complete. It's going to be fine. We're going to have to route this ore, though. So, and now we're in the dark with our solar panels. Yeah, see, they're not providing any power at all. All right, so let's get some ore routed. Let's do that first, probably here. We're gonna let's see if we can. Well, that's gonna be in the wrong place at the wrong time. We're gonna route these guys, just like we always do, and then we're gonna get some titanium and be good. Really don't need it to be that wide. So we're gonna route this to 1 belt actually. So let's do that, and I think we're gonna want to do it probably over here. We're probably just gonna go up and over. This is not gonna be a permanent setup, so let's route it into here. We won't create a priority. Actually, let's go the other direction. So what we're going to do is route this guy to here. We're going to route this guy to here. This guy's going to go into there. And then these guys are going to come in as well. So let's go out to the same spot. I do like them to be symmetrical. Like this, like this, like that. All the way out to here. And then we're going to go into there. And we're going to... Actually, we could probably... No, then both people are side-loading about the same. That's kind of what I want. Not that it matters. It actually doesn't matter at all. So let's just do this. Let's just do that. It literally doesn't matter. Because if it's full, it won't do anything, and if it's not, it will, so it'll just load it up. All right, let's try to get wind turbines around these guys. That's, again, going to help our power. Can we... Yep, let's do that. Okay, those are powered. Sweet. Those guys are powered. This is awesome. Cool. Powering our ore. So, iron is set up. Let's see where we can get some titanium that's close by. I mean, we have some up there. Which, again, I like to keep it... Let's try to get our bearings here. Keep this thing straight. It's really hard to figure out what I'm doing when the planet's all lopsided. There we go, finally. Okay. So... we could route the titanium from up there. I'd really prefer to pull it from down here. So why don't we go get this 1.4 million one right here. So we'll go truck that in, and we're just going to do it by belt because we want to conserve power on Smelt Planet. So once we have this set up, we'll be able to do some smelting on the next episode. This is good. Another really tight bunch, which is great. Let's try to get as many as we can. We probably... Oh, we need to route power, but we can do that in a second. Let's just get all these guys set up. We'll route some wind turbines down here. And then off camera, I might go back for resupply, because I might actually need more stuff. I think I can, like, jam one in right here. Yeah, there we go. Because, oh, that's not good. That's not... We can hit way more. Well, at least one or two more, right? Because I'm probably going to need a couple things. I want to also set up the return for the used up accumulators, because I don't want to make billions of those things. I want to make a certain amount, and once we don't need them anymore, stop. Do we have 1, 2, 3? We have 9, so that's not even. But again, it probably doesn't matter, because I'm just going to run this whole thing in one belt. We don't really need 2 belts. If we want more, we can always route more of these, right? So we're going to go like that with the first one there, and then this guy right here, we're going to do it like this. Pretty much along this right here. And nope, wrong direction. All right, let's plumb all these dudes in. Then we need to set up some power, and then we're going to be good. Then I think we're going to call it for this set. Well, we've got a few more minutes, so we can probably get these guys hooked up. Then I can go back and we can look at what we're doing for our smelts, how we're going to set up our smelts. I think we got a good setup going so far. This is awesome. I'm a little worried about power consumption. I'm not exactly sure that our power consumption is what we're going to want, because I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up. With our smelts is going to be as big as it is. Trucking in power just seems like a big endeavor, you know what I mean? Probably not going to make it right there. Can we get it run in here? Collides with another object. Alright, let's try over here. Let's get these in where we can. And then maybe we can, I think these are just packed in too tightly. Too close to another. Okay, that's fine. Let's fill in the rest with this. Like this, I think. There we go. Alright, everybody... Nope. Is everybody powered? Everybody is powered. Alright, let's drag this back over. Actually, it starts setting up our smelt. Because we got to figure out... We got to be smart with this. Like, why would steel not be right next to iron? Right? I mean, they need to be on the same hub. And we can't use this hub. This is our power hub. So, using this hub, not a great idea. So, we're probably going to want to move over a little bit and put this in the middle of a smelt. Right? We're going to want to do something over here and start our smelt on this side or something, so that this will be right in the middle of a grid of smelts, right? We're not going to need to go in and out with it like that. So let's set up another one of these guys, Interstellar, because this guy is going to ship around bars. And he can also receive ore, which, again, we've got to remember that too. We're eventually going to want to receive ore here. So, you know, be smart with it. Let's do some more wind turbine action. Probably as close as possible so that we can make sure we get as max wind turbines in here. Can we? Yes, we can power this guy with wind turbines. Great. So he's going to suck up a lot of juice, just like our other guy did. This is the way it works until you get it kind of set up. All right, so we've got this guy set up. He is going to request, he's going to be our ore, right? Iron ore, titanium ore, I think is going to come through here. That's going to, well, we don't know that. Okay, so it's going to be iron, steel, titanium, titanium alloy. That's kind of how it's going to work. Or we could do titanium below the belt. Although I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's a great idea. I think we need titanium more than steel. But it shouldn't matter too much. If it does, we have the whole other side of the planet. We can just duplicate or kind of figure out what we need more of and start putting it on the other side of the planet. So we're going to request both of those. We're going to be local demand and they're going to be remote demand, right? Well, they can also, yeah, local demand, so we're going to demand it in. And then we're going to push out bars. We're going to be doing bars. We're going to be doing steel. And we're going to be doing titanium. All right. Remote supply. We're going to be supplying. We don't know what we're doing yet, but at least it'll move its way in, right? So we're at the time, and I think this probably is a good time to stop. We got all of our mining equipment set up so far, what we need, what we want. Now we can start with our smelts, and we can get this thing moving, which will be awesome. And I think I can figure this out a little bit off camera, so we don't have to take so much time figuring out where I want to put my smelts and stuff like that, my smelts. And I will be back on episode 48, and we'll get this thing moving again. I'm so glad to be on Genom 2 and finally have our smelt factory going. Really excited about that. I will see you on the next episode. Stay frosty.